And now recording. So, yes, we have a very interesting international presenter today. She's currently in her final year of taking up clinical nutrition and dietetics. She is a nutritionist, Sunya practitioner, and a gynotherapist based in Mumbai, India. Her mission in this lifetime is to bring focus on nutrition, health, and self-love by teaching people how to eat and live with awareness and compassion. She strongly believes in the healing power of nature and simplicity. She is passionate about promoting children's immune power through nutrition, healthy lifestyles, and financial freedom for youth with DXN. Taking small steps towards good health and spreading DXN wellness revolution is her current goal. And I would love to introduce to you and present to you our sister, our fox goddess from India, Ms. Faheela Sarang. Welcome to the Tea Time Thursdays.
Good morning. Hi.
Good morning, yes.
So am I audible? Is the audio all clear?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have been following Fox Tribe since I guess maybe like 6 months or so, since the time I learned Sunya. And I've been following it on Sister Amy's profile, and I know about it. So I'm really, really happy to be a part here. Thank you so much, Sister Zai and Sister Tina, for inviting me over here. And so we'll start today's session. And for most of you, I am from India, and I'll just give a very brief introduction about myself, though Sister Tina told everything that I am all about. But something that I would like you to know is that I am a DXN Gano baby, okay? It's since 5 years I've been having DXN, so whatever I am speaking right now is the power of Ganoderma, spirulina, and everything else, okay? So that's it. And along with that, I got introduced to Sunya around 6 months back. So just to give a little background, fill you up on the little background, from a young age, I have heard my parents telling me, how to manage time, how to manage money, how to manage, your studies, your work. But very little is spoken to us about how to manage yourself, how to manage your emotions, how to manage your feelings. No one actually talks about it. When sometime when you cry over something, all you get to hear is that don't cry, okay? Don't cry, everything will be all right. For a little while, that is assuring, that is reassuring. But after some time, the emotions start piling up, the feelings start piling up. So my purpose for today's meeting is just to share how to manage yourself. So with Sunya, there are various, subtopics that can be dealt with Sunya. There is self-love, there is compassion, there is humility. Our mentors in India, Dr. Rajesh, and many other mentors, they are doing all these sessions, all these live audios every day, sharing the benefits of Sunya. But this one very important aspect inside it is, managing yourself. So today I'll probably be sharing about that, and I have an entire presentation based on it. So Sister Tina, can I start sharing the screen and begin?
Sure, please.
Wonderful. So there we go. I'll make it full screen, and yes. So I guess I will not be able to see questions and everything that come up on the screen. So if anyone has it, if there is something which is related to that particular file, Sister Tina, please share it with me. And once again, I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity to the Fox Tribe, my parents, to Almighty, and let's begin. So before going into the main thing, I would like to share a story. Now, I'm sure many of you must be knowing this story, but it's one of my favorite stories. It's something that has changed the person inside me. So I would like to share it with all of you. So sisters, this story is about a conversation between a grandfather and a grandson. So this takes place in the olden times, and there is this grandfather who is sitting and, deeply thinking about life and everything. And there is this his grandson just comes up to him and, asks him, "Grandfather, please tell me a story about life. I want to know about life." And then this grandfather continues. He tells that there are two wolves who are fighting. Okay. Now the two wolves who are fighting are, the one wolf is someone who is all about positivity. and the other wolf is all about negativity. Okay, so the positive wolf represents humility, honesty, trust, virtue, values, belief system, and everything. And the other wolf, on the contrary, represents everything about negativity. That can be, lies, deception, guilt, regret, and much more. I don't want to go into detail about that. But yes, you can understand what the fight is between the two wolves. Now, the story begins to be very intense, and the grandfather, gives a lot of little details to the story. In the end, the grandson turns out to be very, very anxious and in suspense that, tell me who's the winner, tell me who's the winner. And then the story ends in a very abrupt, yet a very, very important statement. Grandfather says, the winner, between the two wolves, the winner is the one who you feed more. Now, if you look, there is a lot of context in the story. The two wolves are constantly inside ourselves. There is always a constant fight which is going on inside us. I versus me. Who is going to win between I versus me? Is it I who should only look after myself, my values, whatever I want for myself, or should I look for others also? So of course, the winner is the one who you feed more. So the positive wolf, if you feed yourself positivity, positive thoughts, your positive side is going to win. Your positive me is going to win instead of the egoistic you. So, so you just have to let go of the ego. So whatever I'm going to say from now onwards, I hope that it is well absorbed. If you have any kind of queries, or if you don't agree on any point, just raise a hand and we'll discuss, we'll share. The entire aspect of this presentation is to be about sharing, discussion, and learning. Okay, so one message that I would like to give before starting the session, and something that I live for, is to be humble and to stay kind to everyone around you, starting with you, around you, and to the entire world. Okay, so let's begin. So as I said, in this session, we are focusing on learning about this art of self-management. It is an art. It is a skill which develops with time. No one is born with it. So you will learn skills where you'll learn how to discover and how to empower yourself. Okay. There are many things. There are motivational videos that you can watch. There are books that you can read, self-help books that you can read. But if there's one person who can actually change yourself, is you yourself only. Okay, so that spark of motivation has to ignite inside yourself. And if you have to do that, then one method is to practice Sunya. Other is to overcome challenges and develop the habit of self-care. This is very important. With time, we only care for others. We forget about the person living inside ourselves. And that's like the most worst mistake that you can do in your life. So to avoid doing that, you have to overcome challenges and with time develop self-care. So this is like a two-way thing. This is like a balance that you need to maintain in your life. The other one definitely would be to combat stress and different kind of stress management techniques. And the fourth one will be to stem positivity, to be a source of light and positivity for everyone around you, and to also look at yourself in a brighter light. I would like to give focus more into this, like not to become too much, like there is also a thing which is known as toxic positivity, and there needs to be balance. If there is something which is, in a critical situation, you need to look at it in a different way. Not everything can be solved with positive. Okay, so we'll give a little light on that focus and on that point also. And to begin with, first of all, I would like to explain this very simple, basic principle in life, and that is this nice flow chart. Okay, so we all know that there are circumstances in life, and we face those circumstances, and they are not in our control. We cannot manage what is going to come. We don't know what our destiny will bring. We don't know what faith will bring. But there is one thing that we need to believe, is that whatever happens for a good reason. There is a lesson inside everything, and we need to learn about it. The next process after you come across a circumstance is the thought that goes inside your brain. A brain is a really beautiful small organ sitting inside this wonderful skull that we have. Now, one thing that I would like to say over here in India, so I believe that this is a very nice cross-cultural exchange also. So thank you, Foxtrot, for that. And one more thing, in India, mental health is a taboo. Still, mental health is a taboo. And I guess all over the world also. For example, if I get a physical injury, I will not try to hide it. I can in fact show it to people and gain some sympathy also, that, okay, don't come to work today. No, you're not feeling well. Take some rest. Okay. That can happen. But in case I don't feel well, or I don't feel sad, or if my thought processes are not working well, I will not like to share it with others. In India, this is the basic phenomena that takes place. I will not share it with others. I will not share what my feelings are. And that's basically because, what will people think? I don't care about my organ brain as much I care about my other organs or my body parts. And that is this entire mentality is what we need to change. That your brain, your thought process is as important as your physical body, as your physical organs. This is one thing that, I would like to bring focus on over here. Thoughts can be controlled. For example, if someone just comes and, says something bad to me or says something negative to me, I have the option of ignoring it. I have the option of, possessing over it and, overthinking about it, that why did he tell me that? Why did she tell me that? Okay. So this is the place where, you can take a step. The other one is, of course, the feelings that come, the feelings that your heart basically, gives, or your hormones gives. Now, these are different aspects, but heart, hormone, and brain, they're all in a very nice connection. And these are the feelings that are generated. Feel the feelings. Allow yourself to feel the feelings. And there, of course, you have another chance to change your feelings. Either you can have a positive feeling towards it or have a negative feeling towards it. The other one would be, of course, actions which are directly dependent on the other two, your thoughts and your feelings. Okay. And then whatever action you give, you will have an impact or the result. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction or a result. So depending on your action, whether it is positive or whether it is negative, there is where you can, change. You can change your result. You can change your circumstances. I would like to share one more story over here, which I guess will resonate. Sometime back, in between this lockdown, I saw this very, very beautiful of the tallest building in the world, which is Burj Al Khalifa in UAE, Dubai. Okay. Now, if I'll give you a mental picture of the photo, I don't have it in here because I want you to imagine the picture. This beautiful tallest building in the world, and it is standing there, and there is lightning which is striking it. There is a thunderstorm in Dubai, and lightning is just striking the top of the building. There was a very, very clear subliminal message in the picture. Burj Al Khalifa, though being the best building in the world, though being the tallest building in the world, was facing a problem over there, Did the building say, why me? As we always do when we face a situation. Did the building say, why me? Why only me? Why is this problem occurring for me? Why not anyone else in the world? No, the building said, try me. So this is where you need to change. You need to go from why me to try me. If there is a situation or a circumstance that you're facing, that is because the destiny or the universe or God feels that you are powerful. You have that power to change it. You have the power to change that circumstance into something like an opportunity for yourself. So please believe in the faith. Please believe in destiny. Please believe in whatever life throws at your face. Please embrace it. So this is what I wanted to share from this small slide, that whatever circumstance that you have, don't say why me, say try me to life, and then you can see the difference yourself. So this is one step that you can, have in your life, to change, to go from imbalance to balance. Not every day is going to be a good day. Not every day is going to be a bright day, but it is upon yourself to change that, slightly dull day into the very bright day that you can experience. Okay. So moving on to new slide, we are all into a cage. So what I want you people to do is that just maintain silence for 30 seconds and observe whatever that goes in your brain. Dr. Lim very fondly says that, our mind is a monkey mind. I want you to experience this monkey mind. So we'll just go silent for 30 seconds and see, starting now. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you so much for doing that. And if we can have participants share their experience, so that will be more wonderful. I would really like to, know all of you and, learn from all of you. So if anyone would like to unmute their mic and go ahead, they're most welcome to. What was their experience in the last 30 seconds? What was the mind talking about? I want to know.
Yeah, for me, my first 30 seconds was like automatically, because we do Sunya, so it was 30. But I tried to not do Sunya. So that just to, do the maintaining the silence. So yeah, I can, my mind was like first going to the sound, like the birds first, like that. So for me, that was my first 30 seconds.
Right. So that is the effect when you practice Shunya regularly and daily. That is the change that you see, that your mind does not grab any other thing that's there. It will focus on yourself first. So what I would like to share from this is that, maintaining silence is very difficult for some people. I counsel people, and I'll meet people who will say that, I cannot be in silence. The silence scares them. The silence makes them feel that, there is something inside them that is eating them. They feel that there is this talker inside their brain which continuously keeps on talking to them. We all know that talker is no one except themselves, their thought processes. The I inside them keeps on speaking, right? That is where you have to learn to silence the talker. How do you learn to silence the talker? Is that you talk positive to yourself. You talk good things to yourself. We'll focus more about that, how to, ensure self-care. Self-care is not just about having a spa, having a nice face mask, relaxing for a day, having some nice beverage. No, it is not that. It is more than that. So yes, talking positive to yourself, and of course, letting go of the question of why me. We seem to dwell in the past. We seem to live in the past. And that's when we, forget to enjoy the beautiful gifts of the present. We all know this beautiful saying, and it basically is about, there is a reason why present is known as a present or a gift. Okay. So yes, we have to let go of the past, and that can only be when we try to live in the present. We try to manage something or learn as mindfulness. Okay, we know that shunya means zero, but this nothing has everything. It will give you the power, it will give you the ability, or it will help you learn the ability of how to live in the present, how to be mindful of your surroundings. So yes, definitely one important thing is to silence the talker that completely goes on again and again in your mind. Keeps talking to yourself, keeps saying stuff to yourself which is not important. Keep saying negative stuff to yourself. You automatically dwell towards the negative thing. You automatically assume the worst thing. Why should that be? Keep talking positive to yourself. I have one small tip over here for all my sisters. Sometimes we don't need motivation from others. We need motivation for ourselves. So I'll share it with you. I actually have on my mobile phone. Is that make yourself a group on WhatsApp if you have, or on Facebook. Make your personal group. It can be, I don't know if you can see, but it can be titled as anything you want. So for me, this group is titled as Faheela is the best. Just be yourself. So when I titled it that, what I do is that before any session that I'm going to do, before any counseling, before any meeting, before any exam that I'm going to attend, I send myself messages. I'll do that. I'll send, I love you. I am so proud of you. You are going to be the best. You are going to do the best. And this is how you talk positive to yourself. We are so much overwhelmed by the surroundings. We are so much embedded in the surroundings that we need to recognize ourselves. We need to pull ourselves up and do something for ourselves. So this is one tip that I do. I know it sounds really, really silly, but if any one of you can try that and let me know how it does for you, then that would be the best thing ever. It's also a good thing to share all nice things that you find, or, something inspiring, to just send yourself and, say, I love you to yourself. It's not necessary that others say, you have to say it to yourself first. And the next question would, of course, be let go of the question, why me? Say, try me, and embrace yourself. There is one more thing that I would like to share. We live in the margins. We have like a mentality that we cannot do something. We live in the margins. We create boundaries for ourselves, and we live in that comfort zone very happy. But let me tell you one thing, sisters. We are 7 billion people in the world. We are people who are different from each other, completely different from each other. Okay, in some aspects we are same, but we all lead a different life. And there is a reason why we do that. And it is time we come out and we share our stories with others, because we never know for whom the story might be relatable and for whom the story might change their, complete life. So please do that. Please come out, speak your experiences, speak your stories, and this will make a difference in your life and also in others' life. So yes, the one thing that I start by my day with is, before I practice my Shunya, I will, whenever I wake up in the morning, I practice this self-affirmations. Now, these are simple mirror messages that, you can put on your mirror, on your whiteboard, on your frames, on your phone, on your wallpaper, anything you want. But please start with forgiveness. Start by forgiving yourself. Forgiveness is something that we need to practice, not with others, but for ourselves first. Okay, there are things that we hook onto or we don't let go of. So simply can be, if you had a work and you could not fulfill it or live up to your expectations, start by forgiving yourselves for the mistake that you did. A mistake is nothing but a learning opportunity, and it's just one way that you let go of the failure. So yes, start by forgiveness. Start practicing forgiveness for yourself. Make a promise to always evolve. Promise to evolve is that, it can be simple things that, I learned something new today. I learned a new word today. I spoke to a new person today. I heard a person today. I listened to a person's story today. Listening is also a very important skill that most of us need to develop. So, commitment to yourself is something which is very important. Look in the mirror, smile at yourself, say, I love you to yourself, say, I'm proud of you yourself. And, these are some little tiny messages that you can start by practicing daily. And this will make a difference. This will, keep ringing like a bell inside you every time a negative messages or a negative thought process strikes back. This has the power to fight off that negative message. So yes, become a fighter, don't become a survivor. And over here, I would like to say that, make a promise to evolve yourself daily. Learn something new, come out of the boundaries, we are beautiful, life is amazing. So whenever I speak to Dr. Rajesh on call or on text, one thing that he always ends his, call is that, life is amazing. And these three words have the power to motivate me for the entire day. I look at life in a completely new aspect then. So that's one thing. Keep reminding yourself, reminders, send yourself personal reminders. Again, the authentic you. In this world of copy paste, we forget ourselves. We forget what we live for. You have a purpose in life, and you just have to channelize your energy into being the original you. I am 20-year-old. I am a person who used to go to college, who, again, not going to college because of the lockdown now, but I used to go to college. I used to meet a lot of people. And one thing that I always noticed in them was this ability that they did not channelize their energy into being themselves. They channelized it into being like their idol, into being like their role model, into being like the new influencer they saw on Instagram or on Facebook. They just wanted to do what others were doing. And that really, made me feel like, am I a weirdo? I don't want to be like others. I want to be myself. So this is one thing that, you absolutely have to channelize your energy into being yourself. Let others laugh, no matter. Let others jitter at you. Let others make fun of you. But if you are totally passionate about whatever you are doing, be it very, very simple tasks, like just making a video, just making a self-diary, video diary for yourself, just having a small mini kitchen garden, or just cooking, be it anything that you're doing, channelize your energy into being yourself. Find those little moments where you feel that you are happy. When I was seeing the last, presentation by a speaker, I saw that she told that creativity makes me happy. Being creative makes me happy. So find those little moments in life and, cherish them. Another thing is that we all have potential inside us, but it's locked. Somewhere it has a key which we have to search and it is locked. Life is a lock and key game. That's how I like to look at it. And at different stages of life, you will have to find the key to unlock your talents. You all have it. You are like a treasure house of talents and skills and potentials. All you have to do is realize that point, look, find the key, and then unlock your talent and then flourish in life. That is just really small thing that I would like to keep it over there. And the next thing is something that if I have a company in the future, I would like it to be a tagline of. That is to be creative and be confident. Be creative. Don't be shy of your creativity. If something does not go well with the audience, no problem. You had fun making it, enjoy that. I really, really love the work. I really love the posters that Fox Tribe makes. And it's wonderful to just look at it. It's the creativity, the simplicity inside it. When you are yourself, you will be confident. Confidence, again, comes from inside. Okay. So when you are yourself, you will be confident. And one way of being confident is to be creative. How can you do that is what we learn in the next thing, is definitely to go from restlessness to, mindfulness. Rest. We all need rest. We are so caught up with this world's hush and blush and, rushing around from everywhere. There is this concept of hurry, worry, and curry. We are always hurrying in life. We are worrying in life. And therefore, whatever we are eating is nothing but a curry. And I'm sure that curry is not a good kind of curry. So, okay, get out of this hurry, worry, curry. Get yourself 10 minutes a day. Count from 9 to 0. Just practice normal breathing. It is the most simplest and the most, loving form of self-care that you can do for yourself. Reverse counting and breathing will help your mind to calm down, will help your mind to gain that platform of how you can, find this key, find this confidence, find this creativity, get into a stage of self-awareness where you can feel what your body is, going with, what your body is experiencing, what your body is trying to talk to you. I always begin my health seminars with one thing that, life is a beautiful, beautiful place, and this body is where you live. You have to learn how to heal yourself. And one way is to listen to your body. When will we listen to our body? With the earplugs inside us? No. With some motivational video playing for us? No. It's when you start to listen to yourself. It's when you start discovering your inner potentials. That is when you do that. And Sunya is a very simple, effective technique to do that. It is something that will bring in sync with you. That will bring you in sync with the nature, with what the nature has to offer us. The nature has to offer us beautiful things. There are different lessons that I keep learning with nature. One of them will be that I got a plant, I guess some 2 months back. I have it in the balcony right now. I got a plant, and after, I guess, 15 days, the plant started to die. It was a jasmine plant. And I'm really in love with those flowers because I'll make garlands with my grandmother and put them in the hair. So I love doing that. And I got those flowers, and after some days, the plant started to die. I took good care of it. I watered it. I gave it enough nutrition, but still the plant started to die. What I discovered was that, my grandmother also told me that, okay, let go of the plant, buy a new one. So I was like, no, let me do a small experiment. I do little experiments on myself, on people around me also. So what little experiment that I did with the plant was that I practiced some kind of self-love with it. And that was, I went to the plant. Whenever I was watering it, I started to share what I felt for the plant. Now, it was a plant with completely dried leaves. The stem was drying and, everything. But with time, the plant started to grow. The plant started to have little buds. I started saying stuff like, I love you. You are my baby. You're so beautiful. You're going to grow into a beautiful plant in some time. My family actually thought that I've gone cuckoo. They actually thought, what is this person doing going and talking to plants? But no, that is nature. That is a teaching from nature that, however down you feel in your life, however distraught you feel from your life or disappointed you feel from yourself, just take a moment. If you are living, if you are breathing, there is a purpose for that. And, you just have to find the purpose and, keep doing stuff, keep doing for family, for friends and everyone around you. So bottom line would be, my small experience would be that practicing Sunya daily, it really helped me gain a conscious. And my conscious then started whispered to me that, be grateful for life. I have beautiful parents. I have a beautiful sibling. I have grandparents. I am very, very, grateful and blessed to be part of such a beautiful culture. I don't say DXN as a company. I say it as a culture because that is what I'm going to pass on to my future generations too. I have plans to pass on to my future generations. When I visited the Sunya retreat in India, so, Sister Tina, when showed that video about the first Sunya retreat in Philippines, it really brought back memories. I am really missing the place in Siddipet, Telangana, where I spent 2 days learning from my Shifu, Dr. Lim. And I'm really, really grateful the way he explained the simplicity. I actually went with my father. Before going, I was just having one thing in mind. I'm going to meet Dr. Lim. That's it. I did not know what Sunya was. I did not know what this retreat center was going to offer me. I just had one thing in mind, that I'm going to meet Dr. Lim, because as a child, I grew up with him as my model. We are stockists for Navi Mumbai in India, DX and stockists. And you know, everywhere there were frames with Dr. Lim's, there were books with Dr. Lim's picture in it. In those times, I am so thankful for the pandemic also, because in those times, Dr. Lim used to visit India for just like, you know, one time in 5 years or 2 years for the recognition night, not always. Again, that used to be a wonderful moment to just go and witness him live. But now again, I'm grateful because, you know, he comes on my Facebook every day, sharing his experiences, sharing all the secrets of DXN as a culture with me. So yes, DXN is a culture. Sunya is a very, very important part of it. Those 2 days in January 2020, January 8 and January 9 were a wonderful, wonderful, life-changing moment for me. And I'm really, really eternally grateful for that. So yes, Sunya did teach me how to be grateful, how to change my attitude into gratitude, and it has completely transformed me into a person. And why you need a tribe, I'm so happy to be here. And why you need a tribe is basically, you know, to share, to save yourself from bad decisions, to go on all the girl trips that you want to. And I'm really, really thankful for, you know, the admins for making this group. I look at all your progresses on Facebook, and I'm really, really happy for that, you know, and really, really sending more love and positivity and power to keep doing all these sessions. And the last message would be, no matter how broken you are, no matter what circumstance you find yourself in, have belief in yourself, have a belief system, build a belief system for yourself. And this is just an opportunity for you to build yourself in a new way, to rebuild yourself, to reset yourself, and, you know, manage yourself really well. One of the very aspect of, you know, developing yourself is to manage this self-love, is to manage this self-care. And with this, I would end my presentation. So thank you so much for listening. I can see there are some messages in the chat box. I could not see it during the presentation, but I'll go through them now. So is there anything that someone would like to share? So yeah, definitely. This is where I am.
Wow, thank you so much, Faheela, for that very clear explanation, and for sharing your uniqueness, and for being, you know, we really see your authenticity, and from where you're coming from. And we're so amazed that you have been using, you're a DXN baby, you know, you're since 5 years old, you have been taking our products. And yeah, we are so, again, blessed and honored to have you here with us in the Fox Tribe. And yes, we also see your posts. That's why Zai and the rest of the Fox Tribe are actually drawn to you as well. And that's why we really wanted you to be with us in Tea Time Thursdays and all of our events. And we see you in the live and everything, and we see all of your posts. And Dr. Rajesh has also talked about you, and how you have been creating so much, and at such a young age. We are very inspired with you. And you know, and I think a lot of the comments here were all affirmations about how you have presented it clearly, and how it's an affirmation for a lot of things that all of us are doing. And what you're doing is truly wonderful. And it's a contribution to the DXN family as a whole, because not a lot of people are talking about these things. People are always, you know, most of the older generations are talking about how to earn, how to do this. There's a lot of how to, but there's not much people talking about the mastery, you know, how to master self and how to manage self. And this is a wonderful thing that you're doing in India. And thank you for sharing it here in the Philippines. And we're so grateful. And I think we would love to hear from others also who may have questions about Faheela, and you know, or maybe who wants to affirm Faheela this time. Please unmute yourself if you, anybody. Wait lang.
Okay, me?
Oh yes, Darlene though.
Okay. I'd just like to thank Fahila for sharing her authenticity and her ways of managing herself through Sunya, and her experience, and also her observation about people channeling their energy to be somebody they're not, when it's much easier to be themselves. And also where creativity is the key, according to Tita Jenny, always ready. Where creativity is the key to what they call this, to self-confidence, exploring our for me, exploring my way of expressing my creativity is actually a contribution to my self-confidence. And I think that's an important lesson for maybe the millennials and the growing generations. And yes, actually everything is very relevant and very connected to yesterday's. I think the calls yesterday was also about being grateful, and that through gratefulness, um, possibilities are infinite and endless. And I think from the previous slide from this one says be grateful, and that's a lesson, very very true lesson for me today. So thank you everybody, and thank you for this space. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Darlene. And yes, anybody else would love to share?
Me.
Hey, oh, awesome.
Hey,
Hello, sister. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
welcome.
It's fun, and it's so unique.
Yeah.
I really love it. Can we have you again on the 28th for
For
group
sure.
of
Tell me the time. I'll make sure that I'm there. Tell me the time.
Let
Yes,
me
no
know what
problem.
time it's 8 p.m. in the Philippines. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you so much for the reminder. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. We are grateful for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Zai. Anybody else from the panel? From the panel? Anybody else who would love to share? And yeah, share or ask questions to our presenter, Miss Faheela. There we have. I cannot see kasi who is unmute right now. You can unmute yourself, I think. Yeah, I have the. Anybody else would like to share? Or I'm just gonna read from the panel what they have shared earlier, just to also affirm you. Yes. They like Fanny said that this topic is awesome. And we have also Miss Amy, I think earlier, but I think she left.
Oh, Amy joined?
Yeah,
She
earlier
is like
she was around.
she is like my mentor. In the early days of when I learned Shunya, I was filled with a lot of doubts, and I used to trouble her day in and day out. Amy, tell me how to do this. Amy, tell me how to practice this. And she
Yeah.
patiently told me everything. So I'm really, really grateful for her too.
Yeah, she was here earlier because we have
Super.
GC, and
Amy is amazing. She's like a
she jumped
really
in earlier. I think she's now, the BV right now has a lot of
lot.
of
Yes.
guests